Okay, so before we upgrade our RAM, I just want to make sure you guys get the right product for your laptop or PC. The worst thing that can happen is ordering the wrong part that's not compatible with your laptop or PC. So for this laptop, it's the Acer Aspire 5. So I'm going to go to Amazon, which is where I purchased it. And I'm just going to search that up real quickly. I'm going to try not to spend too long on this. I'm going to keep it short. And the Amazon's Choice one is the one that I got. And I'm going to scroll all the way down here to get the product info. And we'll see down here we have the series and item model number. So we're just going to select this, and you can select and right click to copy, but I'll just do Control C for the keyboard to copy. And then we're going to go to Crucial, which is where I purchased my RAM, and then we're doing a memory upgrade, but you could also do an SSD memory upgrade. So we're going to click on that, and we're going to select with this drop down menu the manufacturer, which is Acer. Then that model number that we just got, you can do a Control V for pasting, or you can just right click and paste. And for some reason that glitched up all the way up here, but yeah, just click on that, and it'll show you Acer Aspire or whatever your computer is compatible upgrades, and it'll show you all the RAM here and the SSD, and that is it for that. Yeah, just make sure you get the right parts for your computer, guys. Whatever website you go on, just make sure you put in that model number so it'll get the right part for you.
You're gonna need a prying tool. I'm just gonna use this plastic knife because once you remove all these screws, there's let me show you. There's 4 back here, and then we have 3 right here in the middle, and then we have these final 3 screws. So that's a total of 10 screws on here. So make sure you have I'm gonna use a screwdriver. I have this one, or you can just have like a simple screwdriver to use, as long as you can get the screws out, or even a knife can work. So we're going to take these out right now. Alright, so once you have all the screws out, just make sure you have a count of 10 screws over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You don't want to lose those, and just set them aside. I'm just going to leave them there for now. So now what you're going to want to do is, I'm going to use this plastic knife as my prying tool, or you could use a proper one, which would make it a lot easier. And make sure you get into these corners. Let me see if I can get a grip on it. Alright, so like right here, what I would do is open it up with my nail a bit, and then I try to just slip the plastic knife in there. And I've already done this before earlier today, so it shouldn't be too hard to pry this apart. And then what you want to do is, just once you get it in there, you want to just work it out properly. Over here it should pop out. Alright, so we got the bottom taken off, and make sure you want to set this aside somewhere. You want to make sure you disconnect the battery, and the connection is going to be right over, let's see if I can get it on camera. It's going to be this piece right here. You want to make sure to just get your fingers under there and slip off that connector, that plastic. And make sure you don't damage this as you're doing it. So there you go, just leave that hanging. Right here, my computer has 2 slots. Since this one shipped with 4 gigabytes of RAM, I'm actually going to take this one off and just leave this new one on here. This is the Crucial brand. if you want to see that. So we get rid of this, pull those two back, and then this just slips off like that. And then I noticed that this was a Samsung RAM. You can see right there. There it goes. Yeah, it's a Samsung 4 gigabytes. And yeah, we're gonna set this aside. We're not. I'm not gonna throw this away, just in case. Just gonna set this aside for now. So this came in. Whoops! I touched the gold pin. So I'm gonna try to. All right, so it's gonna be like that. Yeah. So this was installed backwards in there. So I'm going to do the same with this one right here. So I'm going to flip this around and install this. So that's just going to be set right up there. And there you go. That should be installed properly. And then this other one that I have is just an extra slot. What I'm thinking about in the future is getting another 8 gigabytes of RAM, and so that'll make 16, a total of 16 gigabytes of RAM, so I could take advantage of the dual channeling. Make sure you don't forget to connect the battery. It's going to be right over here, like I said before. So you just want to slip that back on there. Okay, so now that that's connected, we can go ahead and put the backing back on it. Make sure you have it oriented properly. Well, it can only go one way, so you'll find out pretty quickly. So yeah, just kind of set it. There you go. And then you want to make sure you have all the clips that we pulled up with the prying tool. You want to just make sure they all clip back again. So I'm just gonna work my way around. Make sure after you go all the way around, just make sure you go around a second time, just to make sure they're all clipped on. And this should be good already. So now all you want to do is just put all the screws back.
And I think I touched on it earlier in the video when we had the laptop open, but what I meant with dual channel is that, for example, if you want to, let's say, do 16 gigabytes of RAM on your computer, but you want it to run as fast as possible or the most efficient way possible, you would buy 2 sticks of 8 gigabytes of RAM and put them in dual channel if you have the 2 slots for it, and that'll be a lot faster than just 1 stick of 16 gigabytes of RAM. I just clicked on the Windows and typed in RAM, and it'll bring you up to this page. And we're going to see here installed RAM 8 gigabytes, and only 5.94 gigabytes is usable right now. I'm not sure why that is the way it is. If somebody could leave a comment of that is more knowledgeable about this stuff, yeah, it would help me out a lot, and I would appreciate it. Alright guys, we are wrapping up this video, but before I finish, I just wanted to say to the Minecraft players out there that when I had my 4 gigabytes of RAM, it could go up to 11 chunks max, and I'm going to show you really quick. So yeah, right now it can't do 11 chunks for some reason, but yeah, when I had the 4 gigabytes of RAM installed, it could basically just go up to here, so just pretend that's 11 chunks. And of course, you know, the render distance at 8 chunks is not very far, but now with the 8 gigabytes of RAM installed, we have the option of going to 22 chunks, which I have the Xbox One X, which maxes out at 22 chunks on the Bedrock edition. So yeah, that's pretty surprising to see on my Windows laptop. So that is the end of the video, guys. I hope this video helped you out on how to install your RAM, and I will see you guys in the next one, and take care.